And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Kassarian, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3. Okay, so we are back in the pause menu. Just take a quick minute to kind of glance around and just take a look at all my holdings over here. Doesn't look like anything's going too wrong. Alright, so today, folks, let's work on the Pacific Theater a little bit more. Do that, let's zoom way out. Because yes, I do use a touchpad. Okay, so let's take a look at what the situation is out in the Pacific. Alright? Okay, so that's Attu Island. That's part of Alaska, actually. In theory, okay. Here's Wake Island. And here's Midway. Fairly close to each other. These two islands are going to be very important. Basically, if I control these, I have pretty good control over the Central Pacific area here. Central Pacific. Now this is what... I'm not even going to try and pronounce this crap. Anyways, this stuff is actually pretty... This is kind of off the border of New Zealand. Let me go to political map mode here. Okay, yeah, Nauru's United Kingdom. This stuff is all Japan. Okay, so Guam will probably get hit first. I'm guessing the Philippines will get hit. Then Guam gets hit. Maybe Midway and Wake at the same time. Maybe. I don't know. Historically, they didn't hit Midway until about a year after Pearl Harbor. But I don't know how the AI is going to handle that, to be honest with you. No. So I have a crap load of IC I'm not using. Like 50 some odd. That's okay. That is okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to open these up, right? Let's take a look down here. This is where we can build IC, rocket test sites, infrastructure, AA guns, that sort of fun stuff. But what we're going to do is we're going to start serialized production of some... Ooh, that's not what I wanted. Of some defenses. If I scroll all the way down. Cancel construction. Yeah, because see, you can't build land forts and naval defenses from here. We just can't. Escorts, convoys, yeah. What we have to do is we have to do it from here. And we have two types of defenses. Coastal forts and land forts. Now, as these are islands, coastal forts are our best bets. We'll just put full runs down because they're actually serial runs. So they'll be running for a while. If we ever need to, we can cancel these. And Guam. Coastal forts. Now, I'm not actually planning on... Okay. Guam, I'm thinking, is going to need air bases and larger... So let's do this. Because Guam's going to be our major staging area. Guam and Wake. There we go. So now that we have that settled out... That doesn't cost much IC, by the way, as you guys can tell. And I think... If I'm right, that's construction practical. It's a huge IC hit right there. Alright, so let's unpause ourselves. Get time sped up a little bit. I just want to pop this thing out too, because that's useful to have up. Okay, so if I pull up my theaters view, so let's switch to Pacific Command. They want some aircraft. That's fine. Okay. So our theater's view looks pretty okay. What's our tech doing over here? Our construction practical is increasing. That is nice. That is nice. Let's still on pause. Okay. Oh, I think we just researched something. Cancelled. Heavy cruiser main armament. Okay. I'm going to pop up and pause on tech research. Okay, so all the heavy cruiser stuff just dinged. Capital. Oh, right. It takes until the end of the day for this sometimes to tick over. Did it? Oh, no, it's going up to level 4. Okay, it's doing this now. But this was all developed in 38. So we're a little ahead of schedule. Okay. So I'm going to scrub these. Yes, more research possible, I understand. We'll start researching this, okay? And then we have 2 more we can do. Well, let's research hangars and engines. Nah, anti-air. Let's get our warships per... No. Kick over here. There we go. Because the thing is, I'm going to need NAVs. Nav planes are basically designed to attack ground targets. Okay? So. Sure, Haiti. Whatever you guys want. Okay, now that we have that, we're actually pushing our way up the tech tree nicely. Let's work on our battle plans a little bit. So here's what I'm thinking. Call Plan Orange. So what we're going to do here, if I zoom out a little bit, is, hold on for a second. I don't know if you guys can actually see this. Okay, good. So we do have the ability to research some... Where were we? It's going to take forever because we're wicked ahead of schedule there. Is there anything else in industry that I need? I don't think so. Switch. Well, none of this I really need either. Let's do that. There we go. Okay, so let's unpause this. Let's take a look at how our IC is doing. Not too badly at all. Not too badly at all. So we're just researching away about this warplane we're supposedly working on. Okay. So our main task group, right? And of course decides to go to auto-saving. Okay guys, so off camera I have a brief battle plan set up. So our main force is going to be sailing from the United States to Wake Island, okay? From Wake, a significant chunk of that force is going to split down to Guam. Alright? Now the thing I'm concerned about is all of this Japanese-held terrain over here. I mean, if we want to... we could send a task force down to seize any Wetok. And that should insulate some of this against there. Though, does any Wetok even have a... Yes, it does have. It is a fleet base. Okay. That is good news. But what we can also do is have our submarine task forces moving up like that. So that they'll be cutting Japan off on either side from any reinforcements that they receive. But what I'm thinking is that we then shift from here, from Guam. Our main task group just jumps straight up to Iwo Jima, cutting off Saipan and Rota. And then from here, we should be in range for for heavy bombers, strategic bombers, to begin hitting the coast of Japan itself. We could be within range from Wake, I'm not certain. So that's something of a war plan now, isn't it? Looks pretty good to me. The key factor is I need to hold the Philippines. I need to have a base for those submarines to sail from. I mean, I could split a force to the Philippines there. And continue that force to either reinforce the Chinese. Now, yeah. Reinforce the Chinese and another task group to hit what I believe is Taiwan. Well, will be eventually Taiwan. That'll at least give us an NAV base that we can hit convoys with, like that. So we have that. Get our carrier groups coming up like that. NAVs patrolling this area along with those submarine forces. That should put a significant hurt on them for certain. At least for a pretty good length of time. Looks like a good plan to me. Saved plan. Save file. Plan orange. Okay. What are we researching that we shouldn't be? Oh. Oh. Well, it's still up to date. That's the problem. That's a significant issue. Oh, boy. Oh, and then we need to research all of this. Oh, boy. Everything 3. All the cav stuff has to be at least 3. That's okay. Once we catch up on our infantry stuff, we can switch to our cav stuff. You know, that's fine. That's really much fine. Amphibious warfare equipment. Marine infantry, at least 1. We will need marines. We will need lots and lots and lots of marines. We get those guys from infantry knowledge being at least 2 across the board. Oh. Marines are important. As you can see from our war plans, assuming I can hold that territory, I've minimized the amount of... amphib invasions we'll be doing. By the looks of it, if we can hold all of this terrain, I will be doing 1, possibly 2, 3, and 4 amphib invasions. I'm hoping I can knock out Japan without actually having to invade, but I've never done that successfully. Oh good, submarine divisions. Don't ask me why I just deployed them to Portland. Let's hide our battle strategies. Now with the 18th Submarine Division. What's your range? 17? So you can get into southern Japan. My old Type 2 submarines can get into southern Japan. That's fine. I mean, I could rebase some of these Type 2s up to this naval base in the north. Alright, what's going on in our Navy? Capital ships. Yeah, okay, I was afraid of that. We've been a little behind the times with our warships. You know, that's just the way it works. Downside of being the U.S., a lot of your military tech is kind of... Now let's get you guys rebased up to the north. What is this? Is this Sulu Bay? But if they're up north, they'll at least be able to get a little bit closer into Japan. They're a little bit more vulnerable to NAVs, etc., but at least we can get them there. If I can get this, that would be awesome. Or maybe Nago or Amman, whatever, however you pronounce that. I don't even know. But yeah, look at this. This looks pretty good. We have a fighter wing. Codas East Theater 7th Air Wing stationed on Guam. A lot of trade offers. Looks like... Yeah, looks like we're using up all of the IC we have, which is good. I like when that happens. We just researched something. Infantry, anti-tank weapons, and light artillery. Technology. Infantry. Okay, so now everything that everyone's researching is 36 tech. That's good. I like that. We have mountain infantry available. Night fighting equipment, we don't get that until 44, though. Airborne warfare equipment, that's pretty good. What's a ranger? Well, it must be one of my special units, maybe? Oh, amphibious warfare equipment. I get mountain infantry. I can't get marines yet. I have to have all of the infantry stuff at 2. Which is fine. That's what I'm researching right now, so... I'm researching artillery, carriages, and sights, which should be down here somewhere. Which is fine. Researching tank equipment. That's good. I will need to get my doctrines up, too. That's kind of a tricky thing. That's all Soviet. Soviet. Vladivostok. Also known as God, why would anyone want to live here? You know, you think some parts of the U.S. are inhospitable, and then you look at Russia and what they deal with. Ah. Details, please. Okay, so now they're researching something from 32, which is good. Artillery is your friend. Artillery is very efficient, it is very effective, and it is very good at a lot. And our light tank crap is moving along nicely. Alright. That's good. I'm planning on focusing my the fronts over in Europe, mostly on armor, because there's a lot of open spaces here. And let's not, you know, be worried. Let's not, like, avoid this. We're gonna have to fight this. Like, we're gonna have to fight this, we're gonna have to deal with it, and that's not gonna be fun. Details again, still 32 tech. Okay, done on June 30th. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Light tank reliability, light tank engine, light tank this, light tank that. Everything to do with the light tanks, and the light tanks. Excuse me. Intel, United States, counter-espionage, support the ruling party. Woo, woo. Neutrality currently 100. Alright, well... Okay, so increasing Germany's threat may lower my neutrality, so that's nice. Okay, what am I doing over here? I have no idea. Waiting on research, basically. I don't want to build stuff too early, because then it becomes a kind of a research drain. Turn it up to full speed here. Watch my computer starts to freak out a little bit. But we should get, shortly, that light tank equipment. Now, I don't personally tend to use light tanks too much. Yeah. Okay, because see, that needs all of the stuff the light tank gear at 2. And SP already needs everything at 3, and that's a 38 tech. That's fine. Not something I'm really worrying about. Right now, I'm just going to turn down my research and allow it to go more into my officer pool. I'll turn it back up once I finish researching all the other light tank crap, because that will let me move into the medium tanks. And the medium tanks are where you want to be. Heavies and super heavies tend to be too slow. Mediums are just the right speed. Close that out. That's fine. Let's start that up again. And I just kind of want to get to the light tank, to starting the research on the mediums, you know, before I end this episode. That's the playing the U.S. There isn't too much going on around here, except the Quincy is ready. Chile wants to be friends with me. Okay. This all just researched. Awesome. Deploy you to there. Details. Okay. They're all researching 36 tech now. Oh, really? They were actually one behind everything. Interesting. Okay. So then in that case, let me research... I want to research here. Escort ships, maybe. I don't even know what landing craft technically do. Let's research something to do with the light cruisers, shall we? And let's turn... I'm not doing heavy diplomacy. So let's lock you. Lock you. Give us 4 more projects. So 1, 2, 3. Nothing in timeline there. 36, nothing in timeline there. Theoretical? I don't need much. My leadership should be pretty decent. No, there's nothing there. Okay, looks good. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I will see you all in the next episode. Hopefully, we'll eventually get to war. Have a good day, guys.